2006. Positivity, motivation, never settle for average. You know how we do it over here. Go to bigkirk916.com, pick you up an original art piece, or hit me up to get your own personalized commission, pick you up some merch, or grab a bar of soap and wash your stinking butt. Some of you guys got a stinking butt, and some of you guys got a stinking ass. You know who you are out there. You know, I was just thinking, man, how crazy it is when you're sitting in prison with guys who are so-called gangsters, right? But these gangsters are bragging about working overtime in the factories in the prison. How insane is that? You came to prison to work overtime in the factory, making $300 and something a month, and you're bragging about it like you balling in prison when you could have been balling on the street, working construction, painting houses, working for the city, doing warehouse work, free with your family. But you was a big dope dealer, or you were a hustler, whatever you were. But you come to prison now, you gonna work that hard in prison? Come on, man. That's some ass backwards shit. Just being 100, it's ass backwards. That's why I worked in prison for myself. I had a pay you no mind job. And a pay you no mind job means that you did the minimum you had to do to qualify as a job, because in prison, everybody has to have a job. One of my pay you no mind jobs was on the toast crew. Homie from the 60s hooked me up. I worked in the toast crew in Long Park, USP, and 3 mornings a week, I get up and make toast. Other than that, I was doing my thing, studying in a law library, working out and meditating. On another location, with a Sheridan FCI, I had a job where I would pick up weights, and that would take maybe 30, 40 minutes. I worked on the weight yard for a little while, and that was my pay you no mind job, an hour a day. But never did I work a full-time job in prison. Why would I come to prison and work a full-time job when I was supposed to be some hustler type, whatever street guy, and I got caught up? But to come to prison to work a job to help them sell whatever they're selling to people in the free world, I'm gonna come in here and let them pimp me in prison? Come on, man. If I'm gonna be robbed of my time, and I say robbed because you're in prison under admiralty maritime law, do your homework. You know, it's not common law. It's equity / a hybrid of admiralty maritime jurisdiction, and you're lost at sea. I'm gonna do my best to find my way back to land, and the only way you do that is by studying the law, trying to read as much as possible, and get your mind right. Because there is no rehabilitation for those who think they're gonna go to prison. You gotta rehabilitate yourself, man. And rehabilitation doesn't mean slaving for a prison job. In my opinion, it means working on your mental, getting your mind right, figuring out what choices you made that led to you coming to prison. And the only way you can do that reflection is to have time to yourself. But to go from the streets to being locked up to right to working in the factories, thinking you're getting something, you're right back to slave mentality. Like I said, a lot of you guys out here hustling, doing all this, fraud or whatever you're doing, trying to get over, making moves. Look, man, if you're gonna go to prison and get a job and work overtime, you might as well go work overtime right now. Go get you a job and work all the overtime you can, and just avoid going to prison. That way you ain't got somebody looking in your butt. You ain't got to worry about dealing with your paperwork if you're shady. You ain't got to worry about dudes that are predators up in there. You ain't got to worry about, shower with a bunch of men. You can still be around your family, take care of your kids. Look, man, just work you a job on the street, full time, overtime, extra time, all the time, and give up whatever you're doing right now, because I guarantee all you guys are gonna go to prison and you're gonna be like, oh man, they're hiring in the factories. What? Oh man, they paying 300. Oh, I can get fat commissary. You worry about fat commissary in prison. Come on, man. I didn't give a damn about no commissary in prison. I didn't give a damn about, big spreads and hanging out. I was in there basically punishing myself for being an idiot for doing what I did to get up in there. So I was trying to figure out, how did I become an idiot? At what point in my life did I make some idiotic choices that led to me going to prison? And that's what I focused on, and that's how I changed my mental state to where I didn't entertain ignorant, idiotic conversation anymore. So I don't mess with idiots on the street. I don't talk about idiotic shit. I share stories, but I don't brag and act like whatever I did that led to me going to prison is something that should be glorified, because it's not. It should be the things that, the turning point to where I could show you where the exact choice I made that led to me going down that path. That would be a better discussion. Not the fact that you were doing these things that eventually led you getting caught up and then bragging about it. Bragging about sitting up in jail? Come on, man. Ain't nothing to brag about. Some dude, oh, I was up in there chilling, doing my... Yeah, because you never lived life on the street. You was a bum. And you basically have a mentality that's a gutter, lowball, dirtbag mentality. If you think prison, you're up in there living large because you got a polished toilet with a polished sink and you got wax on your floor. Dudes in there buffing their floors like they at the Taj Mahal. Their floors, you can see the reflection on their floors. Dude, you should have been doing that shit at the damn Hilton, man. You would have been balling, man, working the hotels. You could have had your own business, but you up in there doing it in prison for free. Then they transfer your ass, and you get to another filthy ass cell, and you do the same shit. How stupid is that, man? Cell to cell, you buffing and cleaning the government shit. And then I go to the law library, I come back, and what do I see? Bunch of dudes sitting around watching cops, watching NBA, and dudes just sitting around just 30 years. It ain't even, most of them dudes doing all that time, they don't even know what the statute means that they got locked up for. They never even busted up a Bouvier's law dictionary. They don't even know what a Black's Law Dictionary is. They don't even know what the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, or the Congressional Acts are. They never even read any of that stuff, but they're sitting up in there, I had a good lawyer, man, I'm waiting on appeal. You done did 8 years already, you waiting on appeal. You ain't ever read to see what your charges are. You don't know what the statutes are. You don't know what the jurisdiction is, but yet you're eating a big bowl of top ramen with some beef sausage up in it with some squeezed cheese, and you cheering about the Lakers? You cheering about the Dodgers? You looking at Telemundo? You watching BT? Come on, man. Dude, if you put your time into the law library like you did into them spreads and the TV, you probably be free. Hey, man, I'm just spitting game, lacing you guys up, letting you know that this prison is some bullshit. Anybody that tells you otherwise, like they up in there doing big thing with the homies, they up in there living it up, man, shit, get as far away as possible from anybody who brags about how they were living it up in prison, because they're an idiot. There's nothing to be living up in a place where you're caged and you got somebody telling you what to do that ain't your daddy, that ain't your mama. Come on, man. Buffing up the cells. Oh, we was up in there, we was holding it down. What are you holding down? When they tell you to squat and cough, you hold your butt cheeks down. Yeah, you're gonna spread them things right open so they can look down up in them. Big Hurt 916, man.
Officially, I only got one real spanking my entire life. My mom did the best a 14-year-old could do, raising me with love and instilling values that will last a lifetime. I was a straight A student and lived to make her happy. So how did I go astray? A horrible stepdad that stole my self-worth and invoked fear turned me into a person that I struggled to overcome. From skateboarding to selling drugs, gang banging in juvenile hall, I got caught the same way many young promising men get caught up. I struggled to find my identity, getting mixed up in shootouts, crime, and the adult entertainment industry. This roller coaster continued as I juggled college, hustling, and Hollywood, eventually catching a federal bank robbery case. I found redemption in prison while serving a 120-month federal sentence and came out a man on a mission. I became a social media influencer with over 500 million views on YouTube and a life coach mentoring people all over the world. This is my journey against all odds.
What up? Big Herc 916. You know I get down with that art. Holler at me if you're interested in this Kobe piece. I just finished this, and man, I'm very happy with how it came out. For all you Laker fans, for all you Kobe fans, this will look great on your wall for the holidays. So holler at me, shoot me a DM, or shoot me an email at info.bigherc916@gmail.com.